Hey guys!
And gals!
Today we will look at Wallenda from Studio 6+1, which is a delay module designed especially for carpless strong synthesis. And there's already another video about another module from Studio 6+1, an interesting shift register, so there will be a link in the description to this video. Now if you are not familiar with carpless strong, I will put also a link in the description to a video I made all about it. But in general it involves a short burst of noise and a delay with a short delay time and high feedback settings. So here I have the noise module from VCV. It's going through a VCA to the mixer, and I have a very short envelope set on the ADSR module, which is controlling the amplitude of the noise, and I can trigger this with pulses, also VCV. So if we listen to this, we can hear it's just a really short burst of noise. In this case, it's white noise. But if we now send it to a short delay, I have here again the delay from VCV, short delay time, high feedback. We get a string-like sound. So let's have a listen to this. Oh yeah. Even more feedback. And now the delay time will control the pitch. The higher the delay time, the lower the pitch. Very nice, and this is exactly what Wallenda is all about. But since it's dedicated to carpless strong, it has a few more nice features. So let's really have a look at a few examples. Okay, so the first feature that is really helpful is the fact that Wallenda will track 1 volt per octave, so we can really use it as a voice. And here I have the Sec 3. I have also a burst of noise. This time I'm using Spank from Volt as the VCA and envelope generator. The sequencer is also triggering Spank, so it's triggering the burst of noise. So if we send this to Wallenda and to the mixer, very nice, we already get a voice. Then we can also sequence its pitch through the volt per octave input. So what I have here, the first row is going through Fate for some variation, Fate from the geodesics, and it's going to a quantizer, so let's use this as pitch information. So already we have a sequence. Let's take it maybe an octave down. With a big tune knob we can take it an octave down or up, or a few octaves down and up, and with a smaller one we can fine-tune it. Very nice. Now with the feedback control we can change the decay time of the voice. Let's also sequence this. We can use the second row of the sequencer just to add some more movement. Oh yeah. Of course, let's add some reverb and delay. Oh yes, oh yes. Oh yes. Very nice. So we have a really nice sequence going. We can add also some character to the sound with Vakumba from Hora, which is my favorite overdrive module lately. So let's do this. Oh yes, let's do it. Oh. Oh yes. Let's add also a filter to add even more movement, and I will use the new filter Makomo, which is also from Studio 6+1. So let's do this. Let's add some resonance and drive. Oh yeah. Oh yes, very nice. Okay, now Wallenda is also polyphonic, so we can create chords, for example, but what I like doing is using polyphony for creating interesting rhythms. So here I have the note sequencer from JW. It's set to have 4 channels, so we have a 4 voice polyphony. And I'm merging also 4 different sequences from the trigger sequencer from Count Modular. I merge 4 of them. Now this is exciting Wallenda. This is going to the input of Wallenda. So I'm not using a burst of noise here. I'm using triggers, which can also work quite nicely. Just make sure to have a really short trigger. Now this I'm spreading into the Briatus. So let's have a listen to this. First of all, let's clock the note sequencer with a divided by 8 clock. And the trigger sequencer we will clock with a multiplied by 4 clock. Very nice. And now let's take the Briatus to the mixer. Oh yes. Oh yeah. Very nice. Okay, another nice feature of Wallenda is the stretch feature, which will stretch and add decay to the sound. So here I have another sequence, this time with the ADDR sequencer from Bog Audio. Let's again use a trigger to excite Wallenda, so I will use the divided by 8 clock. And if you notice here on clocked I have the pulse width all the way down because I want a really short trigger. In this case I don't need more than this. So this will excite Wallenda and also run the sequence. Very nice. And now let's send this to the mixer. Oh yeah. Now we can add stretch to add even more decay. Oh yes. Very nice. Okay, another interesting feature is the ability to add up to 7 voices and detune them from one another. So here it's called the unison. I can add up to 7 voices. Oh yes, and detune them. Change the mix also, of course. Okay, now I don't want this voice to be percussive so much, so I have it going through a VCA, and I can control its amplitude over time with the AD envelope. So I will use the same trigger to trigger the envelope, and the envelope will modulate or control the amplitude of this voice. Oh yeah. Very nice. Let's also add some depth to the sound with the phaser from Surge. So let's make the connection. I will use a stereo channel in this case. Mix all the way up. Stereo. More depth. Maybe a bit quicker. Oh yes. Very nice. Okay, let's have a look at another example. Okay, now the fun thing is to experiment with different sound sources. So here, for example, we have a simple drum beat. It sounds like this. I have the gate sequencer from Impromptu triggering a tremor, 2 snares, 2 hi-hats. This is being mixed into the mixer. And now let's mix those voices again. I will use the mixer from Count Modular. Let's mix both snares and also one of the hi-hats. And now this I will send to excite Wallenda. Again, Wallenda is a delay module, so we need to excite it, and in this case we will excite it with some drums. Let's have a listen to this. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Very nice. Now something I really like doing is using a comparator to destroy the sound of drums. So here I have the one from Count Modular. Let's use this one. So I will send Wallenda to the comparator, and from there I will go to the mixer. I will take both outputs. I hope you're ready for this. Let's do this. Oh yeah. Oh baby. Oh man. Oh yes. Oh yeah. Okay. Another interesting voice we can send to Wallenda is a pinged filter. So here I have again Macomo, again Studio 6+1. I brought it almost to self oscillation, and I'm using the burst module from Repelzen to ping it. So I'm sending it a trigger, pinging the filter. From there it's going to Wallenda. I'm going through the overdrive module from Mokba. For now the drive is all the way down. Let's have a listen to this. Oh yeah. Oh man. So I'm triggering the burst module with a divided clock, and this is sending a burst of triggers to trigger or to ping Macomo. And I'm also using the CV output as pitch information. Oh yes, let's add some drive. Oh yeah. Yes. Okay, let's have a look at one more example. Okay, so here I'm using a constant stream of noise to excite Wallenda, but first it's going through a low pass filter and also a high pass filter just to take out the lower frequencies a bit. I'm again sequencing Wallenda polyphonically with the note sequencer from JW, and by modulating the frequency of the low pass filter we get those bowed instruments sounds, sort of. Let's have a listen. I also have it going through clouds for extra texture. Very nice. One more time. Okay, and that was it. This was Wallenda. Once again, go check out a second video about the shift register. Like always, there will be a link in the description to the patches we looked at today. Feel free to download them and take a closer look. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. If you enjoy what I do, consider becoming a Patreon. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe and hit the bell. And have a good one.